Welcome to SVG-TV News for Monday, September 1st, 2014. I am Jennifer Richardson with the details. Senator Julian Francis has been relieved of his ministerial portfolio as from today, September 1st, 2014, and is now serving as Minister of State in the Office of the Prime Minister. The announcement came at a media conference today by Dr. Rav Gonsalves, who said as Prime Minister, he will take up the Minister of Works portfolio. He says the responsibility of works will include all major projects relating to the World Bank and the Caribbean Development Bank, among others.
Major capital works done by the European Union which relate to works, the Ministry of Works. As you would imagine, when you come with the European Union, if there is something done in the Ministry of Works, it has to come through the Director of Planning, because Laura Anthony Brown, she is the National Authorizing Officer for St. Vincent and Grenadines in respect of the European Union. She's my Director of Planning. The CDB funds, they come through the suzerainty of the official known as the Director General of Finance and Planning. World Bank money is straddled by the Director of Planning and the Director General of Finance and Planning. So there is, in these big projects, not only financial oversight, but proper reportage and general oversight is conducted by the Ministry of Finance and Planning.
Dr. Gonsalves made it clear that the change is not going to significantly impact his workload, but rather bring greater expedition and effectiveness to several major projects to be undertaken by his government.
In any event, I always say, if you want something to be done, it is better you give a busy man than a man who is not busy. My experience has also taught me that. And remember what I said, I would assign Minister Francis a number of other duties from time to time, since he's my Minister of State. Though he has special responsibilities for certain matters. For instance, Bragsa takes up a great deal of his time.
Persons traveling to SVG from West Africa or those who have visited any of the affected countries by the deadly Ebola viral disease during a 28-day period will not be allowed entry into this country. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment said this is part of measures being taken to prevent the entry of the disease into St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The ministry further states that in order to be allowed entry into SVG, persons who visited these countries during the specified 28-day period must present at any port of entry to SVG a negative blood test result for Ebola done not more than 7 days prior to leaving their home country to come to SVG. According to the ministry, the nation's risk of Ebola viral disease remains low based on the evaluation of the Pan American Health Organization, and that all agreed decisions and activities re the management of Ebola are consistent with those of other CARICOM countries. After a long summer break, students and teachers returned to the classroom today, and SVG-TV caught up with some to find out what are some of their expectations for the new school year.
Meeting new people, it's a new environment for me. I'm looking forward to the lecturers because I heard there are some interesting lectures going on. I'm looking forward to some extracurriculum classes. I want to do Mandarin Chinese. I heard about that. I'm looking forward to doing that. Generally, I just want this school year to be one of the best school years of my life.
Pass all my courses and make sure I graduate. I was spending my mother and my father money in vain. So I try to study hard and success in my life and make it in life. That's my plan for the year.
I'm looking forward to this sports because for the past year we've been doing very good in the sports. You heard that we got 67.8% pass rate for sexy, so we'll be doing very good in next school year.
Academically, I believe that my school, my present Form 5, would strive to do good in the CSEC examination next year because we have a good bunch of students, myself and my colleagues. And in extracurriculum activities like other speeches and other activities, I think we would participate and place and do good.
I expect more work and less fighting and keeping the environment clean and helping out children who are slow in reading and stuff.
I think I need to do better in school as well.
Meanwhile, in welcoming the students, teachers and principals back to school, Minister of Education Glen Community urged everyone to do their part to minimize anxiety for those who will be experiencing the formal classroom for the first time. In her back-to-school message, the Education Minister urged teachers to appreciate and understand that they have a responsibility to effectively engage and inspire each student, and are required to demonstrate a tremendous measure of care and warmth by creating an environment where an expectation of high achievement exists.
Teachers, given the fact that our secondary school students are now proud holders of Acer laptops, and the youth teachers have been trained massively in the integration of ICT into the curricula, it is imperative that the instruction and assessment of students provide opportunities for appreciative inquiry, investigation, critical thinking, analysis, and the production of creative works and projects. Students, you are central to the process as well, and you do have roles and responsibilities. I urge you to go to class prepared to be engaged. As learners, you have a responsibility to learn how to learn, to try to discover how best you learn, and to learn to work collaboratively and harmoniously with others.
Miguel said, given the outstanding quality passes for the 2013-2014 academic year, she predicts the overall pass rate at the national and regional examinations will continue to rise. In relation to parents, the Education Minister said their role of support to their children is invaluable as they continue to be critical in molding and shaping their lives.
Part of your responsibility is to be positive role models and good mentors for them. Discipline, teaching and training are very much part of your duty as mentors and custodians. I encourage both mother and father to show interest in your child's school activities. Monitor their homework assignment. Encourage good study habits and make reading with and to your child a priority. As we move forward, I implore all stakeholders, all communities to invest time and vigilance in ensuring that our schools remain free from vandalism and gang cultures.
Meanwhile, at today's media conference, Prime Minister Gonsalves said renovation work at the Intermediate High School has forced the school to remain closed as other schools reopen today.
Of the Intermediate High School. Intermediate High School, the completion of works at the Intermediate High School is expected during the week of September the 1st, 2014. The works include construction of a septic tank, soakaway, repair of damaged timber walls, replacement of broken aluminium louvers, and other minor repairs.
It was also announced by Prime Minister Gonsalves that over 3,000 students have benefited from the back-to-school assessment program through the Social Welfare Department.
Uniforms and shoes, and in the case of primary school students, books through the Social Welfare Department. That number is just over 3,000 students.
200 Ecuadorian teachers are expected here by January to learn English as a second language. Prime Minister Dr. Rav Gonsalves says the program, dubbed Go Teacher, will be geared at having an institute for the teaching of English within the framework of the community college.
100 of them. They're going to pay us. We're working out the final price to teach them. As for the community college, could earn some money. They're sending their teachers at the moment to Kansas in the US. They send to St. Vincent. Hopefully they will send to Dominica too. The Alma country. Ecuador is a member of Alma. They'll get it cheaper from us, and they'll get good quality from us. We're working with the University of the West Indies, not only for our own domestic accreditation through our accreditation council, which we passed a law for that in Parliament, you know, that we could give accreditation for degrees, certificates, diplomas, and the like.
Meanwhile, PM Gonsalves expressed concern that there is a weakness in the system in guiding students to choose the right subjects which will help them in their future career. According to PM Gonsalves, there must be a list of priority areas and systems in place from Form 3 onward to guide students.
The girl knows it, the people in the ministry know it, but I'm constantly pressing the issue. Told you that in advance that I have a lot of information to give, and I'm doing it also for us to help the young people and to help the families. And let we don't just write huff and puff.
The occurrence of gun-related crimes continue around the country. The latest incident is the shooting death of 2 men which occurred in the Glen area around 10 last night. Ricardo Haynes and Grafton Richards were both shot and killed while at a shop. Residents told SVG-TV News and police confirmed that as many as 5 people were shot during the shooting rampage, including Grafton Richards' son, Michael. It was reported that the shooting victims were all in the said shop playing dominoes when the gunshots rang out. Up to news time, investigations are still ongoing and no arrest has been made. Meanwhile, it has been revealed that one of the 2 men who was killed last night, Grafton Richards, may have been innocent of any wrongdoing. Brother Godwin Richards told SVG-TV News that Grafton, said to be in his 50s, was for the past 3 years the one responsible for the day-to-day running of the shop where the shooting occurred. Godwin said he and his brother were very close and that he was loved by everyone in the community.
He never gets involved with nothing. Serious guy. He don't trouble him out, he don't get himself with nothing. All was here playing domino, and I just get up and went down the road and trouble me. He had a host of shots. Me can't tell you what happened.
At what time was that?
Well, I left here about 9:30, so I'm not minutes to 10. Real good, real everybody here right now, he had no beef, nothing.
Meantime, the Glen community has seen its fair share of shootings and deaths, and now some residents are speaking out and are calling on the authorities to implement measures to put an end to this problem.
I just want to see justice done. I can't involve in nothing in trouble nobody.
I'm living here since small. So we need to do justice in the area and get some blessing, because this thing here going on over and over. And you know, sometimes you have to walk. So first time days you used to walk and hold up your head and go anywhere. But now like you're getting scared and them things are going on. You understand? So we need justice and we need some peace in the area. You understand? The Graffy was a good guy. He never used to trouble people and them things. He used to say if you get money short and them things there, he used to sell him wherever.
22 traffickers received over 65,000 EC dollars from the Ministry of Agriculture as assistance to cover losses after their goods were returned following days of industrial action in Trinidad and Tobago earlier this year. The commodities, bananas, plantains, eddos, coconuts, ginger, and sourshops were returned to SVG when plant quarantine officers at the Caracom jetty in Port of Spain went on strike, demanding that a resolution be met on the 42-year-old matter of a reclassification of their jobs. Minister of Agriculture Sabota Caesar noted that the losses incurred by the local traders were not of their own making, and the ministry was cognizant that assistance would be needed to offset some of the costs as a result of the unfortunate incident. Several farmers were still being owed by traders as a result of this incident. Caesar said the ministry will continue to support the endeavors of traffickers as they serve as an integral part of the agricultural sector in SVG. Traders in Grenada who were also affected by the industrial action in TNT have been assisted by the Grenadian government. Farmers who have outstanding balances to be settled by traffickers are advised to contact the relevant traffickers. Meanwhile, Minister Caesar extends condolences to the family, government and farming community of Jamaica on the passing of that country's agriculture minister, Roger Clark, who died last week from a heart attack. Caesar describes Clark as a loving citizen of the region whose contribution to agriculture has touched every country in the Caribbean. He said Clark will be missed, particularly at the upcoming Caribbean Week of Agriculture to be held in Suriname in October. Over 70 animals, mainly dogs in the Owe community, received free medical and other health care on the weekend when the Vincentian Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals made its stop outside the Owe Government School. Jamisha Wright was there and tells us more on the proceedings in this report.
What are you hoping to get done today? I'm going to neuter it and get it dewormed. Okay. And why you decide to neuter it? Because I don't want any puppies. No.
With the large turnout on Saturday, it was very obvious that the residents of Owe are more knowledgeable of the many benefits associated with having their animals spared or neutered, and to ensure that their pets live healthier and happier lives. And according to the Vincentian Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, the VSPCA, having the animals spared and neutered are very good ways to ensure that they do not contract sexually transmitted diseases.
Well, there are 3 slots. I stopped them from having puppies.
Okay. How about you? Is that your dog there?
Yeah.
What he had done to it?
Don't cut out the balls for make normal puppy.
All right.
And stone. A woman and a man.
Okay.
I have the one from Stopping Make Puppies and that one seed cut out.
All right. Hi. What are you getting done today?
Surgical removal for the female and deworming, and I also took the bath.
You're gonna take it to the spa. All right. And what are your thoughts on this free animal clinic?
I basically think it is a good cause for animals that are on the streets and for those who can't afford going to the vet. Yes, so I think it's a good thing.
Trudy Otter, representative of the VSPCA, described the clinic hosted in Owe as one of their best held thus far.
Today it was an incredible, overwhelming outcome. There have already been about 20 dogs waiting when we arrived here, like 8:15. It is just incredible. And we are registered now up to number 72 or 3, and we hope we're getting through the day. And it's obviously that people now, the word goes round what we're doing, and they accept or get the fact what we're doing, spay and neuter, and are aware of the benefits of the outcome. And also, since we have our new vetmobile, probably we gain more trust rather than working out of our private cars. People see we are professional.
The VSPCA would be making its next stop in Beckway this Friday, September 5th. Jamisha Wright reporting for SVGTV News.